Hello my little fairies, this is Faerie-StarV speaking, and today I want to talk about, well, show you as well, of the retro game consoles and the games that my brother just gave me. He gave me these games a few days ago that he got from the thrift shop, and decided to give them to me because I have the Atari 5200, which he also gave me back in 2015. Unfortunately, I can't play it because I don't have a controller nor the wall plug-in, so I can't really play these games yet. But before I talk about these games, I want to talk about the console real quick. So far, you wonder why I have this paper taped to it. It's because I don't want any dust to get onto it because there's no protective covering. And most other consoles like NES or N64 has protective covering. This one does not. I really don't know what they were thinking by not giving it a protective cover. So this one here, some sort of like a little shelf. I kind of wonder how many game cartridges you can store in. Let's see. Can't go on the side, and there's little bumps there. So let's see, 1, let's see, 2, 3. Let's see. I wonder if I can fit one more. Can it fit? No, not really. I guess it can only fit at least 3 games. I guess well, I can't even close it all the way. These cartridges are too big. Maybe that was meant for the 2600 cartridges. I don't know, because I don't have these, so I wouldn't know. So, I mean, I guess that's a bit of a fail on my part. Maybe that's why the console didn't sell so well. I mean, it did have a pause button under a controller, which is a new thing at the time. But the console itself, not so much. So now I'm going to move on to the games. This one, Pac-Man, I actually played this game before when I was in college back in, I think it was in 2009. Because the college has one of the programs, the video game development. And they were doing this display as well as letting people try playing the retro consoles. They have, Atari 5200, ColecoVision, they have NES, PS1. Some of them were on display, but the Atari 5200 was like one of the few consoles that you play, and they let you play Pac-Man. So now I remember that by watching on YouTube about the history of Atari and the Pac-Man is that this game didn't sell well because it was nothing like the arcade game, and it's constantly glitching it out. So when I played it, I could see why, because it did look nothing like the arcade at all, and I noticed Pac-Man was kind of like glitching all over the place. So I was thinking, that explains why people hate it, and this is also why they returned the game like maybe a few days or a week, which is not so good for the company. So that game is another one of the reasons why it has caused the video game crash, besides E.T. So yeah, so you have Pac-Man. And there's Pole Position, a racing game. Then there's Missile Command. I think I played that game on the arcade, but never on Atari, but that game was fun. And Super Breakout. Oh yeah, I played something like that before, but mostly on the PC or the arcade. Again, never on Atari 5200. So these are the 4 game cartridges, but this one, the Astro Chase, this actually came in the box along with the instructions and everything. So I don't know if you can see it, but this is what the game looks like. The age is 8 to adult, and they only play this one player by the Parker Brothers. So man, it's a little bit rough, but it's still good condition. I'm gonna open up. See, so what is this one? It's been so long since I've opened game cartridges boxes, since pretty much everything we're going digital nowadays. So it's been so many years since I've seen, booklets like this. So I guess it tells you how this game works, how to set it up. So I guess that's how you play it. Let's see. So okay, so it shows how many scores. And there's one at the pause button. And why is it there? Because as I said before, the pause button was a brand new thing at the time, because Atari 2600 has none. So if you're a kid back in the early 80s and you're playing Atari 2600 on whatever game you're playing, but in the middle of a game you need to eat or you need to use a restroom break, you can't really pause the game at all. So you have to ask your sibling or your friend next to you to play the game for you while you run off. But then again, sometimes they won't do as well, or the only way is the way you get killed in order to have a break, but that means you have to start all over again, which can be a real pain in the ass. So I think that's probably the only good thing the Atari 5200 has done is the pause button. So I bet it saved a lot of kids in the early 80s trouble to go to restroom breaks or something to eat. Let's see. And what's this one? Yeah, I need to get those controllers, but you can see there's like a pause button. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of hard to see. There's a Atari 5200 Super System. Yeah, not really much of a super system. If it was super, I could fit those games in and so forth. I remember seeing this. I think my brother had it before, but I don't know what happened to it. See, VCS cartridge adapter. Oh, it lets you play the 2600. That's pretty cool. So here's that controller. I need to get that. Oh, look at it. Oh, look at this. So cool. Let's see, coming soon. Trying to get a little closer. Dig Dug. They don't show the picture. Let's see, Jungle Hut. Let's see, Kangaroo. Centipede. I played that game at the arcade. That was fun. Pac-Man. Yeah, this is what people were expecting to see on the Atari 5200, like on the arcade, but not. But the Atari was like different. See, quick draw sticks. See Defender. See Galaxian. Missile Command, which I got that game right here. So I'm going to see how many games I actually own in this picture. See Space Dungeon. I don't think I have that. Let's see. Space Invaders. I played that game before on the arcade. Star Raiders. See Vanguard. Baseball. Soccer. Football. Tennis. Basketball. Countermeasure. Pole Position, which I have. Let's see. What are the other games I got? I got Pole Position. Oops. Got Pole Position right there. I also have Missile Command, which I also got. There's Pac-Man. Yeah, a little narrow, I apologize. And Super Breakout, which is not in it. So I guess I have about 3 games. There's nothing else. Put that in. Let's see, Parker Brother review games, more systems, more fun. Let's see, Frogger. I never actually played that game, but I've heard of it. I just never got a chance to play it. Super Cobra. There's Skipper, Tutonkman, Reactor, Popeye. See, Qbert. I never played that game, but I have seen it at Wreck-It Ralph. That was such a good movie. Astro Chase, which I got that game. G.I. Joe Cobra Strike, Strawberry Shortcake musical matchups. I do have the Strawberry Shortcake doll, and I've always loved renting the VHS. You know, back then when they had the video stores and there was like Blockbuster and Hollywood. Bit of a shame it's not there anymore. Spider-Man, I saw that on ABGN. Incredible Hulk, chess. I really suck at playing chess, whether it be real life or video game. Don't ask me to play chess with you because I will lose badly. And let's see, Risk. The way they draw Asia, it's so weird. I mean, they got the Europe part right, but Asia's like, bleh. So weird. Like, I can't even see India. I was like, is that supposed to be India? I don't know. And I guess it's part of limited graphics. See Empire Strikes Back, Jedi Arena, The Return of the Jedi, The one with the Ewok adventure. And of course McDonald's, Lord of the Rings, and James Bond. So I guess these are supposed to tell you what games they could play on, like Air Television 2, and there's Sears Super Video Arcade. There's a ColecoVision. There's our home computers. There's a personal computer. So I guess it shows you what games are available. Let's see. Available summer 1983. Available fall 1983. Yeah, that's also the year of the video game crash. 1-800 kids call us. We speak video. Oh yeah, because back then you can just call either for technical issues or you're stuck on a level. Of course, I mean, we also have like video game magazines, but nowadays we have the internet. We could just Google it or watch on YouTube to see the gameplay. Because heck, I'm guilty of that myself. If I get stuck at a certain level, I just look on YouTube gameplay and find out like where I'm stuck at. But in the early 80s, you really don't have that much option. So here's that game, the Astro Chase. Okay, like why didn't they label this upside down? At least they have a label on the side. I even think they should just flip it over. Oh well. So I'm gonna put this back in. I don't want anything to happen to it. Okay, with these in. Because I'm definitely keeping the box. Come on, get it. Alright. So there's my video of the Atari 5200 and the games. I will get around to try to get the controllers as well as the wall plug-in so I can play these games. We'll play in the future, but probably not right now. So I will do another video about some of my other game consoles I own. So I'll show you them very soon, so stick around.